Good morning, everybody. It's Pastor John with another edition of Monday Morning Quarterback. It's good to be back after a couple of weeks of vacation. My wife and I had a wonderful time on our river cruise, and saw some beautiful sights and just had a great time. But it is good to be back and talking to all of you. So yesterday was All Saints Sunday. And that's, in essence, it's when we remember the lives of the people who have passed in the previous year. We celebrate their lives, and it's a very, I think it's a very moving kind of experience. But some people think that that's, kind of that's kind of maudlin. You call out a name, you ring a bell, then somebody says, "Absent from our midst," and the congregation says, "Present with the Lord," and that's sort of the celebration. But it's not maudlin at all, and it's not depressing at all. Actually, it's really an inspiring time, and the reason it's inspiring because All Saints Sunday was designed to train us spiritually to look backwards. You see, we're always talking about moving forward, moving forward, moving forward in life, and and we should. But it's almost impossible to move forward in life without a clear vision of what's behind you. In the Jewish tradition, they have a word called aharit, and and what that basically means is we remember kind of the days of old before we can have a vision of the future. And there's a popular image of a man sitting in a rowboat and he's rowing the boat, but what he's facing is not where he's going. What he's facing is where he's been. And he has a clear idea of how to navigate where he's going by clearly seeing where he's been. In the Christian tradition, the word we use for this is called anamnesis. When Jesus served communion to the first disciples, and he said, "Do this in remembrance of me." The Greek word for remembrance is anamnesis. And it doesn't mean just remember, like, for nostalgic purposes. Oh, remember when Jesus was here? That was great, wasn't it? No, it's remember what happened so that that memory might kind of have life in your present and guide your future. So the purpose of All Saints Sunday is not just to remember and be thankful. Those purposes are important, but it's also to remember and reflect upon where we have been so that we might have a clearer picture of where we are going. Now, this is especially important because, I'm going to publish this on Monday, and the following day, Tuesday, is election day in our country. And in my lifetime, this has probably been the most divisive election that we've faced. And what I'm trying to remember personally is that history did not start with the divisiveness that we are experiencing today. This is a real experience that we're experiencing, but history goes back much further than that. And if I have a clear view of how God has been faithful over the years, bringing us to this moment, then I can have a better picture of how God might lead us forward. And if you ever think about people who, in challenging times step up and fight that righteous fight and do that stuff, if you ever wonder what it is about them, how do they find the inner strength to resist when things are challenging? And I believe that people resist because they have a clearer understanding of the past and God's involvement in it so that they can have a brighter hope for the future. So they know what is supposed to be, even if it's not what is. So as we approach this election, and I have as much dread as anyone, but I'm trying to remember to look back so that I might look forward with hope. And hopefully that will help you as well. Either way, I hope you have a wonderful week, my friends. God bless.